I was in rehab many times, like over 10 times.
I relapsed after 9.5 years.
The relapse rate across the nation is 85% in the first year after rehab. Our relapse rate is 9%. So we reduced it from 85% to 9% simply by providing a dignified house and the support necessary for a woman to succeed.
Suddenly I was living somewhere where I didn't have to worry about basic human needs.
I did have my moments where I was trying to fight it, but there was no fighting it because there was so much love and attention here.
Well, the origins of Danny's house is my son Danny. He passed away in 2016 from an opioid overdose, but the journey was very long. He struggled with his mental health and with alcohol and marijuana and then pills and then heroin IV. Judge sent him up to a 1-year program. He did so great. He got 1 year. That was when he was 21, and I thought we were done, but we weren't done. It just kind of went on and on and on. Now what happened to me was I struggled as a mom to figure out how to help this boy. So I went and I got my certificate to be a substance use disorder counselor, and then I went back to school at age 58 to get my master's in addiction counseling because I thought I didn't know what else to do.
I was really impressed with Mariellen's vision and her passion for the women because she identified a problem within the system where when women were leaving a halfway house or a treatment program, they were leaving on a really good note. They had a solid foundation in the recovery. They had, their mental health was stabilized. They were working.
They were keeping their jobs, but they couldn't afford the next step. And that was the origin of Danny's house, with Danny passing away and myself seeing these women not being able to take the next step in recovery. I opened up Danny's house in his honor.
Once they left the halfway house program, they found difficulty. They needed a little more support and they needed affordable housing. So she identified this as a gap and wanted to create a program that would fill this gap.
So I think that creates a lot of time for me to just think about, well, why was I using? Why did I feel like I needed drugs to progress as a human?
I started taking better care of myself, you know. I started not being hard on me.
All those hours between going to outpatient and going to a 12-step meeting, there's 22 hours left in a day, and that's where people fall down. And that's where our recovery coach case managers are there by text, by phone, in person.
So here, we're staffed 24/7, and it's case management, recovery support, anything that they need, and that's where the difference comes from, is that if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, they can pick up the phone and call me and be like, hey, I'm having a really hard time and I want to use. Other recovery houses don't have that level of support.
Well, Danny's house has 3 core components that would be wonderful if the city could adopt, if not all of them, some of them. The first component is that it's a 2-year continuum of care. They are able to acquire job skills the first year, get a minimum wage job, but because they're here 2 years, then they have time to enhance or refine their job training, their job skills, and in a lot of cases get promoted into a living wage job. The second component is that Danny's house has a mandatory savings and a rent return program. So at the end of a year, a woman could have up to about $2,500 in her account after 1 year, which would go towards first and last month's rent for stable housing. The third component would be the women are paying well below government-funded subsidized housing rates. So it's really affordable for them. So they're paying a minimum amount for rent, and they're still saving about 10% of their incomes. They're really poised to leave Danny's house with a really stable job. They become economically self-sufficient and become contributing members of society. And again, this model prevents relapse, it prevents recidivism, and prevents homelessness.
It's amazing that like these people have built a life to where they can go like live independently.
I don't know if I really saw anything changing until one day, maybe even after 8 months being here. Now, that would have been a year in my sobriety, but that's when I started to like actually see, hey, I'm actually starting to feel more comfortable in my skin.
I work with children from kindergarten to 3rd grade on the spectrum, you know, and that was fulfilling. It's all under this roof.